What's going on, DZ team? Welcome back to today's video. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing Amazon buys that we bought so you didn't have to, and review them. And in today's product, we're going to be talking about the Eafengrow, I don't know how you pronounce it. We'll leave a link to it down below so you can discern for yourself. Knife. It's supposed to be claimed as an outdoor /EDC /camping hiking knife. It seems to be going pretty well as far as I've had it. So let's get into this video in further detail.
Welcome to Dropzone Tactical Supernatural. We train hands in guards the soul. Jesus in the middle of the overflow. Welcome to Dropzone Tactical.
All right, so first things first, right out of the box, this blade came with a Kydex type plastic holster, which I really enjoyed. A lot of holsters that I've noticed with some blades are either leather and they come at a different position, but for what I wanted for my battle belt, where I typically have this position, the Kydex is kind of what I need to kind of get that wear and tear protection from all the elements. In addition to this, there's a little back clamp. I don't know the formal name for it, but it's a clamp and there's little rivets within this clamp here. Now in these rivets, it did come with some inserts to make this gap wider or smaller. I've took mine out completely because my battle belt thickness is a little wide, so it uses all the space. But if you ever wanted to use it for an EDC belt, a dress belt, whatever the case may be, you can put inserts in there to shorten that gap where your belt can slide in through, therefore not having any play. In addition to this, you'll notice some holes down here in the bottom. Now in the bottom itself, you can manipulate the mounting point, so you can change the angle of the draw from the blade. If you want it at a horizontal or a vertical or 45 degrees, up to you. You can play with those right there, which is also another great feature for this blade. Now, moving into the blade itself, as we pull this out, the blade is a K110 steel. Now, gun guy, not a knife guy. I don't know the different tiers of those blades and the metal capabilities or components with those things. But because it's a camping and hiking thing, we will kind of test the blade in a moderate setting here because I still kind of want to use it, all right? So I don't want to completely destroy my blade for the sake of the video, but at some point it may get destroyed, and then I'll make an update video on how it got destroyed. But either way, this feels really good in the hand right out the box. I've had it for a while, but I haven't really used the blade in an aspect of like having to chop anything, which we're going to do today. The handle itself is really intricately designed. It's got a lot of craters within it and has some serrations for a good grip panel on both the left and right side. And I believe the terminology is called a full tang, where the blade goes all the way down through the handle. It's got some pretty cool blue bolts on there, just kind of for some pizzazz or whatever the case may be. But the handle feels good. It fits perfectly in my hand. It contours my fingers very, very well. The blade itself comes with like this stone wash, so it's kind of a grayish, blackish type tone. I think they also do sell it in a silver, complete silver. So if you kind of like the shinier aspect, go for it. I like the darker type of tones. There does have a little ledge here as well to stop your hand from moving forward, which is good if your handle starts getting wet, it's a raining environment, and it starts to slip and slide everywhere. Your hand is prevented from pushing further up into the blade for any reason. This does have a decent point on it right out of the box. I will tell you, from any blade that I get that I buy, I immediately go to my sharpener and start sharpening it just a little bit, because some of them do sell a dull blade or just kind of wear and tear. I don't know. I just always go ahead and sharpen it myself, somewhat. Moving to the base of this, you'll see this little loop here. That's ring feature. Now I really like ring features on some blades. They have pros and cons to them, but I like them because they help with, well, retention. Now I want them retention if I ever have to open my hand to go hands-on to something, like picking up this, for example. I can pick this up and still retain my blade while using all my other fingers. You can also do this when you're using your weapon. For example, I have a training pistol on me right now. Now a lot of you guys know this pistol is a SIRT pistol. And if you want, you can get your own, and a link down below in the bio of the description of this video. But if you're shooting, this again, laser pistol, can't do anything crazy. With your left hand, you can use it and still grip your gun. Now, of course, there's a piece between your knife itself and the gun itself. So your grip will have to adjust slightly, but you can still use it, you can still shoot, and you don't have to worry about anything crazy, okay? So that's the best side about that, including if you needed to ever reload, I can reload just fine from my battle belt and go ahead and shoot, which is why I love the ring feature. You can't do that with a standard blade if you're here using your appendages, or if you can, it'll be a little bit more difficult because now in my palm, I'm fighting the base of the knife and whatever I'm trying to pinch, if that makes sense. The balance of this blade, because I did see a comment asking about the balance of it. We're about to find out where this balance is kind of almost directly in the center. It's at this first bolt, which seems to be well balanced if you ask me. I like it. I like it. Feels good, moves good. I don't have any issues with it. You can see the balance of it. Some people in the Amazon comments have claimed that the holster does not fit the blade properly. I don't know if you got a bad order or what, but mine seems to work just fine. I don't have any issues with it. It does have a little tail end on here. I don't think that needs to be on there, but it's neither here nor there. It retains, it stays. Only if I really chunk it will that happen, but if it's on your waistline, I don't expect you to be really doing all that. If it does need to be tighter, it looks like there's some 2 screws here that you can possibly tighten to get that going, but it took some real effort to get this blade out of there. Again, this is an Amazon order, so keep that in mind as well. Kind of get what you pay for, right? So I think now we're gonna move into getting a tree branch and just kind of hacking away at it and see kind of what happens. All right, so we're here. I got a little tree branch here from the woods out here. This is kind of flimsy, so keep that in mind. It does have some life to it. There's obviously some green foliage here. So we're gonna go ahead and hack away at it, just kind of start taking off these little branches and kind of see how it goes. Then once we go through that, maybe try to cut through this a little bit more and see how that moves. So I'm gonna kind of start hacking.
Try to chop some of that off. Not too bad. Here, not too bad, not too bad.
And what I'm looking for is not just the choppability of it, because sharpness can dictate based off how well you sharpen it as well, but the edge of the blade after, because I'm going to go through all of these and just kind of see how it goes. Because if I'm camping, the one main thing that I'm going to do is probably going to be cutting some wood to start a fire, right? So hack away at some of this. So far it cut through everything for the most part pretty easy. I'm going to kind of go for these little harder stumps, see how it goes, and then I'm going to start making this a little bit smoother. Moving this stuff. So far, the first part of it, cut off everything pretty well. Looking at the blade itself, it looks like it still has an edge. I don't see any chips on it. No chips, no tears, no breaks, no nothing on it. Just dirty now. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna kind of chip away at some of the branch skin here. You can see I'm really kind of trying to hack away at it even a little bit deeper and use some force on this. I've already cut kind of halfway through this part, and the blade itself still looks pretty good. I have no complaints on the blade's integrity, even going over those stumps where the little branches meet the main branch itself. Yeah, so going forward through this, I don't see any issues. I'm gonna try something that I've never really tried before and just try chopping straight through just to kind of get some blade impact, because again, this isn't bouncy, so there's gonna be a lot of slicing going on here. Just kind of see how it goes.
Really kind of beat up this blade as much as I can, while also giving it its fairness.
Okay, went through some of that. The blade itself, still intact. I don't see any chipping at all. All right, so now we have a piece of kind of like fake flesh here of a broken leg, and we're gonna try the blade on some slashing. This has been done after the branch test, so we're gonna see after it's been some wear and tear how it kind of cuts through just on an initial slice. And it cut through pretty well, on the first one. Again, this is after chopping a branch. Now, this is not anything super deep, but I also didn't put a lot of pressure cutting in from a weird kind of angle. It maybe went in, if I had to guess, maybe an inch, just from a quick slice. And again, this has only been sharpened once, not anything super crazy. Pretty conventional knife sharpener that you can get anywhere. I'm gonna try again from the top now. I'm gonna move it to a different side. Now this side is kind of fresh. There's nothing here besides that part, which I'm gonna cut right here in the middle. A little bit more force. See how that goes. Okay, about the same result for the most part. Same result for the most part. And then we'll do a puncture wound and see how that goes. Now it did hit part of this, so we have to check the tip now to make sure that it's not bent or curved in any way. So, at the top of that, there is no bend, there is no waver in any of that. The integrity of the blade seems to be the same. The entire part of it. Now the puncture wound is pretty small, but it went all the way through for the most part. Yeah. It's kind of, see if I can get down in there. See how far we can go. It's still going. Because another thing you have to think about when doing this is a medical. Like I'm touching wood. I'm going all the way through there. And it goes about center of this. And on this side, it's kind of that thickness. And on this side, there. I'm going all the way through. It went up to basically my first knuckle almost. Or like my second knuckle right here. And just that puncture wound off of an easy stab. That's without a bone there. So the blade's not through yet, but you can kind of see it poking out right there. Skin's kind of slowly tearing. Yeah. And that's the flesh test. I like this blade, especially if you're gonna have it on your battle belt. I don't think you're gonna really be chopping down trees with it. If you want to get it yourself, it's not super expensive, pretty budget friendly for a pretty well-made blade, if you ask me. I like it. If you want to find it, we have a Amazon Gears tab within our website at dropzonetactical.biz. If you want to go and check it out, everything that we've tested or used is on that on that tab. So you can go get it yourself to get this exact blade if you want it. If you don't, cool, go get another one. Don't care. Just go and get something for you. If you're looking for a blade, I recommend this one. And we're going to continue to test some Amazon gear. If you enjoy it, this is kind of how the blade looks on your hip. If you want to see real quick, you can put it anywhere. I took it off my battle belt, put it on this, really quick to interchange. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you want me to test anything else. Bye.